Oh no. You can't see me. Oh no, hold on. Let me fix things. Oh no. Hold on. Let's see. No. Well, welcome to the welcome to the stream. Let me fix this. This happens sometimes where I will not have my camera. My camera is right there, right, covering up that adorable little kitten. But sometimes it just doesn't happen. This is yikes. All right, there I am. All right, boom. There. Let's move me into the right spot here. Move me up just a tiny bit. There we go. Okay. We're streaming. Sorry about the delay, everyone. I was trying OBS. I tried to start the stream several times, and it would. Oh, I am very quiet, says Renee. Hold on. Let me. All right. Moving it up here. Is that better? Is that better? Hello. Yes, I just adjusted my my audio. Hello, GubDM. Hello. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, no, OBS and I don't get along, and it was just crashing constantly. It crashed like so many times, and I almost gave up. But I didn't. I persevered. So today we are going to build. The goal is 5 heroes from the dice box. These ones right here. These ones. All of the ones that came in like little dice boxes like this from the dice crowdfunder. I thought a cool idea if I'm gonna like run draw steal for my players, my in-person group, not the hooligans that I play with over Discord, would be to bring these boxes out when we start and just say, hey, you know, which character do you want to play? And you need character sheets to do that. So I will be building 5 heroes right now, but all of the iconic heroes look really cool. So I might do more of them later. But right now, I want to give a bit of like news for the channel, or news or something. Uh, we're doing the first level. I don't want to throw them into the deep end too much. So yeah, for just first level heroes for this for this stream. But yeah, so the DELIAN TOMB episode 6, I think it is, was just came out yesterday. And it's it's a good one. They're in the Broadhurst town square, and they are throwing fools down a well, and it's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And so that came out yesterday, and then tomorrow will be the finale of Hot Summoner Summer with the Demon Summoner. And Renee, who was in chat, knows all too well about how that went down. Very probably an overcooked encounter that became not so overcooked as the encounter went on. So But yeah, that was fun. That was super fun. So let's get into it, I guess. Let's just get into it. Which one do you think we should do? Hello, Sovereign Psyocrat. Nice name. That's a cool name. Which one do you think we should do first? Do you think we should do the Orc Fury Corva, Sir Ventalis, the Censor, Sir John of Tor, the Tactician, Guilith, the Shadow, the Woad Elf Shadow, or Embers? Ooh, it's what is it? Smoke curls around dying embers. The Void Elementalist. I like all of them. I kind of want to do like a tactician first, maybe. But it'll be fun to like design a whole party where you are kind of working around like everyone else's abilities, that kind of thing. So I thought this would be fun. Hope that wasn't too loud, but I am thirsty. All right. I'm not seeing anything in the chat for decision, so I might just pick. I think maybe Sir John first. Yeah. Let's do a tactician. Let's do Sir John. Let's see. Details. Sir John of Tor. Hello. That is a funny hand you got in the chat there. I like that little emoji there. So, Sir John of Tor. Let's see what it says. You see, in the box, when you get all the special ones, all the special dice, you get this, which is like a little mini backstory. It has a little backstory for each one, and I thought I would read that. He was War Master to Duke Morgaunt Oldcastle. Then Ajax slew the Dukes of Andrim. The Baroness of Tor was happy to have him as captain of her guard until Lord Dakin usurped her. There must be a way to avenge those he failed. So we'll go back to this when we are looking at maybe a complication. Maybe I don't know if I want to do complications for this. Just sort of starting them off. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So he's a human. For sure. So he gets, some of these different traits here. So he has Detect the Supernatural. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any supernatural object, undead, construct, or creature from another world within 5 squares. Even if you don't have line of effect to that object or creature, you know if you are detecting an item or a creature, and you know the nature of any creature you detect. Ooh, Renee with a great little nugget here. Yeah, pick 2 complications for each character and let your players pick one or neither of them. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah. Since they're pre-built characters, you got to have a little bit of choice in there. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. So we have 3 points to spend as a human. We have Can't Take Hold. So you ignore difficult terrain created by magic or psionic abilities, and you reduce force movement by 1 for magic or psionic abilities. Determination, you immediately end. It is a maneuver. You immediately end 1 of the frightened, slowed, or weakened conditions on yourself. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be good. I feel like he just looking at this art here on the dice box. He just looks. He looks determined. Perseverance, but he also looks like he would resist the unnatural and staying power. He has perseverance as well. So who knows? He looks heroic, and that's the point. Perseverance. Giving up is for other people. You gain an edge on tests made using the endurance skill. Additionally, when you are slowed, your speed is reduced to 3 instead of 2. Okay. Okay, that would be useful. And then I have the damage type of thing. Yeah, resist the unnatural. It's you take damage that isn't untyped, and then you have the damage. Cool. Staying power, your human physiology allows you to fight, run, and stay awake longer than others. You gain 2 additional recoveries. That's the one all the way at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that one. 2 extra recoveries would be good. I think I built a human character. Technically, he's a goal, but I think I took staying power because it was very, very useful because we burn through recoveries very quickly. That's 2 points. I think staying power. I like that. I like that. And then one more. I think if we're a tactician, depends on which subclass. It might depend on which subclass. But I think we get parry. So I don't know if we need that second one. This might become redundant if we're a tactician. This one would be good. You get endurance, edge on endurance tests, and when you're slowed, your speed is reduced to 3 instead of 2. That's good. That's good. Ignoring difficult terrain is good though. I'm picking that one. Yeah. Yeah. Can't take hold. Yeah, it is. It is. I feel like I don't know all the lore, but I've read through in the Heroes book a bunch of those like ancestry little short stories. Oh my god, they're so good. They're so good, and they paint a really clear picture of who these people are. So that's our ancestry done. Next is our culture. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So these are all of the ones that are not bespoke. These are sort of the very specific ones, or they sort of go with a certain type, maybe stereotype or something. I've watched Matt read most of the fiction on the Iconics on stream, so I got a good idea about most of them. Of course you do, Renee. You always have a good idea. Yeah, let's go with a bespoke one. Yeah, just so that we can see all the options. Well, we won't worry about the language. Environment. All right. Nomadic, rural, secluded, urban, wilderness. I don't know too much about his upbringing. Maybe it might be urban. I feel like he's in a city a lot. Maybe he's in Capital. Was he raised in Capital? I don't think it's wilderness. I don't think he was out in the woods or something. And I don't think that he was secluded. Nomad. I don't know. My gut says like urban, like Capital or something. Yeah. Oh, he's from Capital, so urban. Yeah, there we go. Organization, bureaucratic, communal. I think if he's from Capital, then bureaucratic probably. Upbringing. Oh, martial. Martial, 100%. He's a warrior. So we get skills. We'll do skills at the end because I want to figure out what we get with all of our different things. All of our, like, from our classes, we get some skills from there, and I don't think we get anything from. I don't think we get. We do get skills from career, actually. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we get a whole bunch of them. Yeah. Okay. Career. Oh God, hold on. I selected agent. So soldier seems right, but it could be. He's a surge on, right? He's a knight, so probably a soldier. Explorer, farmer, gladiator, laborer, mage's apprentice, performer. Watch officer, maybe. Sage, sailor. I think it's probably soldier, right? He's not a criminal. He's not a disciple. He's not any of these things. He's a soldier. Okay. Again, with languages, exploration perk. Let's see, brawny. Whenever you you can take a D6 plus your level in damage. Whenever you fail a might test to improve it by 1 tier. That's pretty good. Camouflage hunter. I don't think that makes sense. I don't think he was. Again, I don't think he's from the wilderness. So I don't think that that would really apply. Danger sense. Again, whenever you're in a natural environment, yeah. Friend catapult could be fun. Friend catapult could be fun if we do a combination like we have. What God, that might be better for Corva, to be honest. If we could get Corva to get the friend catapult and then someone else to get I've got you, that would be a nice combination. I kind of want to make that happen. Monster whisperer. Okay, yeah, you can talk to animals. I'm not sure if that's him. Put your back into it. That sounds like him. Yeah, or team leader. Team leader definitely sounds like him. Actually, team leader is probably it. Yeah. During montage tests, whenever you make a test to assist a test, to obtain a tier 1 outcome, that doesn't take a bane. Okay, cool. Woodwise, I don't think makes sense. Teamwork could be. Well, my mic arm is in the way here. Whenever you take your first turn during a montage test, you can both make a test and assist another hero's test. Okay, that's pretty good. And then team leader, at the start of a group test or montage test, you can spend a hero token. If you do, all participants make tests as if they also had any skill you have from the exploration group. Hello, Day Demon? Duh Demon? Hmm? You know how to pronounce your name. That's what counts. I'm going to go with team leader, mostly for flavor. And an inciting incident. Well, what did it say? Inciting incident. And the complication. He was betrayed. Yeah, his the Baroness of Tor was usurped. So yeah, let's try and see that. And then it says there must be a way to avenge those he failed. Avenge those he failed. That's strong terminology right there. Dishonorable discharge. No, I don't think that. Out of retirement. No. Peace through healing. No. Soul survivor, I don't believe so. Stolen valor, no. Vow of silence. How badass is level 1? It's amazing. Because because I'm used to it being conscript boot camp. I don't know what that means. It's cool. It can be, if you're new to draw steel, it might be maybe a little overwhelming if you don't, you got to learn everything or most everything. But it's really fun, and you are a hero. I've run most of my games at first level, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I'm not sure if we need a vow of sacrifice. You promised a fellow soldier you protect. No, that's not true. Maybe stolen valor. You enrolled in the military. No, he's honorable. He's not that. We'll go with sole survivor. Maybe he is the sole survivor of his like group. Maybe, you know. Again, we will do skills at the end. Class. A tactician. First level. Characteristics. There's a lot. There's a lot of moving parts moving on. Yeah, in early on. Characteristics. Oh God. Which ones do we get at the? Oh my God, characteristics. Blah 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 blah. It doesn't quite say, does it? Not here. Oh, might and reason. Duh. Okay. Do we want with the other three -1, and another 2? Having having a 2 in reason. I think intuition. I think intuition also makes sense. Yeah. For 2. So let's go with this one, where agility is -1 and presence is -1. Ooh, maybe a 2 in presence instead, because he, a 1-0-0. 1 in presence. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. 1 in presence. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that makes sense to me. He's a presence guy. He's not the most personable. That's their Polder Troubadour, Boot Black, I think his name is. But he is the one that gets everyone together, right? Okay, time for our subclass. So, Insurgent, doing your duty, playing fair, and dying honorably in battle is your opponent's job. You'll do whatever it takes to keep your allies alive. Mastermind, you have an encyclopedic knowledge of warfare, viewing the battlefield as a game board and seeking victory by thinking steps ahead of your opponents. Vanguard, you have learned the stratagems of ancient heroes, letting you lead from the front lines and seek victory through sheer force of will and personality. I don't think it's Insurgent. I think there's a bit in the the Time Raider ancestry thing, where you see from his perspective the battle with all those war dogs and things, and he's like, it's falling into place. It's really well done, because it's like it is like an equation, like a game board. So I think maybe Mastermind. But yeah, I think Mastermind probably. Yeah. Okay. You get the lead skill. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Okay. We get to choose our kits. Okay. Oh yeah, this is for draw steel. It should be. I should have said that at the beginning. Yeah, we're gonna build the 9 iconics for of Daggerheart tonight. Arcane Archer, I don't think we are doing that. Battle Mind sounds good, but that Battle Mind always confuses me because I always think, oh, Tactician, but it's actually a talent thing. It's a psionic thing, right? Isn't it? Mm? Yeah, psionic, yeah, keyword. So I don't think that's it. Cloak and Dagger. You get Fade. No, I don't think so. No. Dual Wielder. 2 weapons at once. What's he looking? What's he having the art here? He's got like a stick or something. He's got a short sword, I believe, and then he's got a stick. Yeah. Renee, you say martial artist and stick and robe. This one that I never know how to pronounce, so I'm not going to try. Okay. You get distance, martial artist. All right, this is what Renee's saying. Renee's usually right about things. If you want to be fast in a fight, then martial artist is the kid for you. Unencumbered by weapons or armor, this fighting style rewards quick, focused, unarmed strikes against opponents and allows you to be the ultimate skirmisher. Oh yeah. Yep. Oh, you swap places with the target. I like that. Yeah. Battle Grace. I like that. That's pretty cool. All right, we'll pick that one, and then we'll see what else we got here. Battle Mod. Mountain. If you have heavy armor. Yeah, it does exactly what it says on the tin. You stand strong. All right. Pathfinder. Renee, you're joking. Shining armor and probably dual wielder are good fits. All right. Martial artist makes sense though. Where is it? Oh, unencumbered by weapons and armor. Okay. Never mind. You're throwing me off, Renee. Stop it. It's like you're actually. It's like we're playing Draw Steel. Wielder. I guess 2 weapons would be cool. Yeah, he's got that stick, whatever that is. The art, it's kind of cut off here, so I don't get to see what's at the end of the stick. But I'm sure it's a weapon of some kind. He's not just waving a stick about in the battle. And then you said what else you saying? No, not that. Shining armor and dual wielder. All right. Mountain. I could see mountain. Panther. No, he's not. He's not a fisticuffs type of guy either. Raider. Just damage. Okay. Take a bane on there. Tests. Ranger. He's not a ranger. He's up there in the fight. Rapid fire is also a bow and light armor. A light armored, well, with a net thrower. That's pretty cool. Net and stab. Cool. Shining armor. Well, I mean, if you see the art, yeah. Oh, a scimitar and a spear. Okay, cool. Yeah. So we were thinking about shining armor, which gives you heavy armor and a shield, and a medium weapon. You get a big bonus to stamina. Holy gods, 12 is a lot. And then some average damage here with a melee 1. And you taunt them. That's good. That's good for a tactician. Sniper, I don't think so. Spell sword, I don't believe so. Stick and robe. No, a quarterstaff, no. Swashbuckler, I could see with some fancy footwork, pushing him around. Sword and board, I don't believe he's that kind of Knight. That might be good for Sir Ventalis if Censors get a kit. I don't know if they do, actually. I don't know if they get kits. Warrior Priest, I don't think so. And Whirlwind. You push people around, you vertical push them, and you use a whip. No, he doesn't use a whip. Doesn't use a whip. He uses Shining Armor, and you get Protective Attack with that. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Protective Attack is very useful. And then what else were we thinking? Dual wielder. That was it. 2 weapons at the same time. Yeah. He uses that stick, he uses that spear, and the scimitar. Renee has to go. Goodbye, Renee. Thanks. Have a good rest of your day as well. Thanks for dropping by. 3 cost ability. We have some options here. We have Battle Cry, which you give people surges, 3 allies surges, which is very useful when there's a shadow in the party, and there's absolutely going to be a shadow in the party. Concussive Strike, which would be useful. You daze people. That's nice. You might daze people. Inspiring Strike. You can heal some people. Who do we have in this? We have a Censor for a healer, and I believe that's it. So that might be useful. Might be useful to have the option of healing twice in a round rather than just waiting until the end for the healer to do that. Might be useful. I think Inspiring Strike. And then we have Squad Forward, which self and 2 allies can move up to their speed. I think Inspiring Strike. I think that's what we're going to do. And then we have a 5 cost ability, where you spend some of your heroic resource on Hammer and Anvil, where it's you and an ally get to make a signature ability, a strike signature ability against a target, which is very tactical. Then there's Mind Game. Before the start of your turn. Ooh, that you weaken someone. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Ooh, and you mark the target. That's nice. So you get a maneuver that turn as well. Ooh, I never knew that. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Maybe Mind Game. Now, which just allows your allies to make free strikes. And then this is what we planned for, which is always the best one, and always like that. That is John, right? Each target who hasn't acted yet this combat round can take their turn in any order immediately after yours. That sounds so cool. I really like that. I really like that. But this is also, I also had to remember that this is for people who have never played the game before. They've only played 5e. And so I don't want to, I want to make it cool what they can do, but I don't want to make it too complicated, or I don't want to pick the more complex ones. So I think, I don't know. This is what we planned for is so cool and cinematic. I think that's going to get them. I think that's going to get them. Yeah. We'll do, this is what we planned for. And then again, skills a little bit later. And we're almost done. We're almost done with John. We're almost done with John. Complications. We got a lot of really cool ones here. I'm not sure, like, I'm not sure. I might do the complications later because, like, Renee actually had a good suggestion of picking 2 and then having them having the player pick which one. I think that would be interesting. Yeah, there's literally 100 of them. There's so many of these things. So I think maybe we just save that for later. I think I'll do that after I'm done streaming. Cursed weapon stands out to you. All right. Well, if someone has suggestions, I suppose we'll do cursed weapon. Cursed weapon. What does that look like? Where is it? 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 Cursed weapon. Here it is. When you were young, you found or were given a magic weapon. Since then, you've carried it always at your side, letting it inspire you to lead the life of a hero, even though the weapon is cursed. Oh, you choose a leveled weapon. That's cool. That's cool. And then you get damage weakness +2. Wow. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Why not? A chain? No. A crystal blade? That's cool. Blade of quintessence. Yeah, Displacer. A battle axe, no. A blade, okay. Faint hum and grows louder as its quarry weakens. I like that. Executioner's blade. I like that idea. I like that. Ice maker maul. No. He doesn't use a. No. He doesn't use a maul. A knife of 9. A dagger. No. What is that? Knife of 9. No. Lancer. A needle like lance is cast of shimmering metal and induces a yearning for the skies in those who handle it. Molten constrictor. A net. No. I don't know. I like I like this. And the damage weakness too is quite a bit. But that is kind of complicating it. No pun intended. For whenever I say, like, it's always going to be reminding the player, hey, you have damage weakness too. So it might be adding an extra layer of things that we don't need to do. This one, I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, he's a Maul Morningstar on his back. Oh, he's got something. Yeah, he's got something there. He's got a little stick holding out of the handle coming out of there. That's cool. Yeah, I think we might save the complications for when I decide which one might fit, and I sort of curate them and say, hey, this one isn't adding too many other layers to it. Okay. So now we pick some skills. What I want to do with this is not pick any languages and just give them all a list of the languages, and whenever it comes up in the adventure that I'm going to run, just have them say, hey, I know this language, and just have that come up. And they all know Kalian, though. Okay, so the urban, whatever this thing is, environment, gets you a skill. Alertness definitely seems right. Interrogate also seems good. Persuade. All through the book, he is trying to persuade a bunch of people to join the cause. So that makes sense as well. Read, person, search, sneak, track. I'm going to go with first alertness, because that's always good for someone to have. Ooh, hand sign language. Let's see if it's I don't think so. No, these are just spoken languages, I'm pretty sure. But it would be helpful, yeah. Bureaucratic. Okay, we're getting a lot of the same ones. Flirt, gamble, handle animals, hide. He's not a presence heavy character. He only has a plus. He only has a 1 in presence. So I think that he's not going to do too many interpersonal ones. That's going to be for, what is it? The Censor, who is presence heavy. Yeah, it's definitely the Censor. I think they're presence heavy. I think someone's got to be the face though. I think sneak is probably a good one. And then from Marshall, oh, strategy. Strategy is 100% the skill that they're going to take. Choose a language. I'll do that later. Exploration skill. We could do jump, navigate, ride. Navigate, I feel like it sounds good. He's an expert. He knows his way around things. And eavesdrop would be good. That could be cool. Pick lock, pickpocket, sabotage, search, track. Let's go with track. I see maybe he could be, of the 5 that we have here, he could definitely be like the almost ranger of the group. Oh, and then languages, we will figure that out at the table. Class, okay, we get skills. Empathize, endurance could be good. Could be good. Yeah, let's go in with endurance. And what else? What else? I think monsters would be good. Monsters would be useful. He's gonna know a lot of stuff, right? That's the fantasy of the tactician. He might know how to swim. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. He's from Capital. Yeah, he's kind of the tactical book. You know, he's the one who knows a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and then lore skill. Hold on, I missed one. Criminal underworld could be good to have, but I think that's more of the shadow. Culture, history. Religion, rumors, society, timescape. No. It's history. Yeah, he is a history buff and a history nerd. I imagine. And then we just have the languages from these 2. Beautiful. So I think that's John done. Yeah. There he is. Sir John of Tor. He's got a bunch of stuff. Mastermind tactician, shining armor and dual wielder kits. He's a human. He has 33 stamina, a disengage of 2. That's cool. Cool. We got all their stuff over here as well. All right. Now, how do I make another one? Heroes. Create a new hero. Who's next? John is done. Yeah, that's true. People can swim in rivers and lakes. It's been known to happen, I think. Okay. Who's next? Now we get to the weird ancestries. The ones you know, but they're weird. Let's have one of the ladies next. Let's go with Embers. Shadow? All right. Fine. Fine, I guess we'll make a shadow. Guilith. Shadow. Definitely black ash. Shadow for sure. And she's a woad elf, right? Yeah, she's a woad elf. Yeah, she's got those ears. Yeah, all right. 3 points for woad elves. I love the woad elves in this book. Oh my god, they're so cool. You can shift into and while within difficult terrain. That's cool because you learn the walk of the forest. I like that. We have 3 points. Okay, so otherworldly grace. That's very useful. Yeah. Your elf body and mind can't be contained for long. Whenever you make a saving throw, you succeed on a roll of 5 or higher. Again, this is the game of exceptions. Whenever you score a critical hit, you can take an additional main action and additional move action instead of just a main action. Ooh. For a shadow? That sounds good. I like that. But again, might be an additional thing you have to explain, and it might get lost in the weeds during when I'm teaching people the game. A bonus to speed would be good. I don't know if the woad defends, which slows creatures. I'm not sure if that fits with Guilith. Oh, we should probably read her little bio as well. Where is it? Raised on the streets of Black Bottom as an orphan. Okay, so we know she's from a city. Guilith joined the Clock as a child, quickly rising through the ranks. Sensing conspiracy in the air, she made sure not to be in town when Ajax sacked the city. Yes, Shadow is a whole class. It is like the rogue, but magic and cooler. So, okay, you can shift while in difficult terrain. Again, I don't want to bog them down with all these exceptions to rules that they're already going to have to learn. So, but they do know what difficult terrain is already. They know the essence of it. Edge on test made to recall lore might be what's the clock? It is a oh hey Matt, what's up? The clock is like a group of either spies or assassins in Black Bottom. That yeah, I think that's what it is. But I think they're like really highly trained, and I think they get like kids or like an early age. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% up to date on all my Orden lore. Okay. I think we might go with Forest Walk. Yeah. Oh, I still have one more point. Oh god. Quick and brutal or revisit memory. I think revisit memory would make sense. Again, not too bad. So bespoke culture. Urban, if she was raised in Black Bottom. Yeah. The clock's no joke. Bureaucratic, communal. if she was raised in an organization of assassins. I don't know what that would be. Bad feeling sense you can give them? Probably alertness as a skill. That's probably what it would be. Bureaucratic. I think she might go in those types of circles, and it says specifically in here somewhere that you don't necessarily have to play by the rules. Upbringing, and then of course we're gonna go either lawless or illegal, right? Where is it? Or where? Lawless. Yeah, your hero grew up among folk who performed activities that others whether within or outside your culture considered unlawful. Yeah, lawless. I think they changed illegal to lawless. Yeah. She's more spy than dagger. Maybe. I'm not sure. Urban. You get a skill from Urban. We'll do skills at the end. Get all the juicy stuff before. Agent. You worked as a spy for a government or organization. That's probably it. Certainly not an aristocrat or an artisan, beggar, criminal would also work. Or even as an assassin. Yeah. Not seeing anything else here that fits that. Yeah, so criminal or agent. What do you get for this? You get 2 languages. You get the sneak skill, which I think you might already get through your class. So maybe not. But I'm pretty sure with criminal you would get you get criminal underworld. All right. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Yeah, you can't catch a shadow. I don't want to give them too many choices with this stuff, but I think largely it's just, hey, here's what your character looks like, and this is a tiny bit of thing, a bit of backstory on them, and then you run with it. More skills. Inciting incident. She was in Black Bottom before it was sacked, so I don't know. Stand against tyranny. When a tyrant rose to power in your homeland, they began cracking down on all criminals and with deadly raids and public executions. Well, that could be good. Yeah. Simply survival also means, you know, she smartened up and left Black Bottom. Yeah. These are largely just flavorful things and kind of clues you in to what it is, like the inciting incident. Yeah, all right. So class. All right, let's get into it. Where is it? Shadow. So we get a +2 in just agility. Okay. I don't think she's a very presence-heavy person. I think she's also not a might heavy person. Reason and intuition would make sense. I think more intuition than anything else. Yeah, let's go with this one. Because she's a sneaky little sneak, you know, off in the shadows. So we're going with Black Ash. That is the one where you teleport. You teleport all over the map through Black Ash. Caustic Alchemy is the alchemist one, and then College of Harlequin Mask is more of the more of the one where you're like turning into other creatures to make them make yourself look like them. It's funny when you say, so when she does fight, she doesn't do so alone. Yeah, there are a few abilities that might back that up. You get 5 skills. That's amazing. Choose a kit. Arcane Archer, Battle Mind, Cloak and Dagger makes the most sense. Fade, and you shift a bunch no matter which one you get. And it doesn't matter for melee or ranged. This is probably it. Light armor, light weapon, +3 stamina, +2 to her speed, so she's going to have a speed of 8, I think. I think she's going to have a speed of 8 right out of the gate because we chose that other one for a speed of 6. So yeah, I think Cloak and Dagger makes the most sense. We'll get a signature ability. So you get 2 signature abilities as a shadow. Gasping in Pain. You can give some surges. Here's this. I work better alone. Yeah. It's better, just you and me, isn't it? Teamwork has its place. If an ally is adjacent to the target, you gain 1 surge before making the power roll. That's really nice. I like that one. And then you were watching the wrong one. I've seen all of these in play, and they're all really cool. And they always, like, whenever I hear them, like, you were watching the wrong one is like, oh god, I've fallen for their trap. It's a good one. As long as you have 1 or more allies within 5 squares of the target, you gain 1 surge. If you are flanking the target when you use this ability, choose 1 ally who is flanking with you. That ally also gains 1 surge. I like that. I like that. This one's definitely going to be the striker of the group, so I think we might be going with you were watching the wrong one. Giving it some extra surges out is always good. Now our 3 cost, I think our insight is our heroic resource. Disorienting Strike. Oh, you can slide them and then follow them up. Eviscerate. Just a bunch of damage and then make them bleed. Get in and out. You can shift up to 8 squares, dividing that movement before or after you strike as desired. This is the one that is highly mobile. That's awesome. That might be it. And then 2 throats at once, which is just targeting 2 people for average damage there. I think... Oh, God. I think get in and out would be fun. You can shift up to all these squids, up to 8 squares. Yeah, that's going to be really cool in play because I want each hero to shine and get in and out. The shadow starts their turn and they just book it as fast as they can, especially if they used hesitation as weakness to start that turn, which is always a thorn in my side. Every time that it's used, every time that hesitation is weakness is used, if I'm the director, I don't see it coming. I think almost every time. It is a very cool ability and makes sense because I'm usually hesitating when I'm deciding which enemy to go. Coup de grace. I'm probably not going to pick this as a 4 because it's 2d6. In addition to that, do you get d6s in this thing? You do. You do get d6s. What are you talking about? It's nice to roll other dice. Well, no, you only get a d3 in there. So I think maybe we might leave that one. But we always have d6s lying around whenever we're gaming and whatnot. 100 throats could be cool. An upgrade from just 2 throats at once. You shift up to 8 squares and make 1 power roll that targets up to 3 enemies you came adjacent to during the move. I think that's kind of too similar to get in and out. You want something a little different. Set up. Your friends will thank you. Just a boatload of damage and then damage weakness 5 possibly. And then Shadow Strike, which is you use a signature ability, a strike signature ability twice. Do we have strike signature abilities here? What's this? You were watching the wrong one. Okay. You were watching the wrong one. Yep, has strike in there. All right, beautiful. And then what do we get from our kit? From Cloak and Dagger. We get Fade, right? Yeah, Fade is something. Setup. Yeah, setup sound. What was setup? Yeah, yeah. Damage weakness. That is a good one. That is a good one because then it's also showing off damage weakness and just putting a bunch of damage on it. Well, that's what I really like about damage weakness, and when the heroes put that on bad guys, it's really good because then it's like even on your off turn, even when your allies are attacking them, you're still dealing damage. You have that's yours, right? This will be Guilith. Guilith. There we go. Languages we're not doing. Skills. Alertness, for sure. Conceal object, escape artist. We want those. Yeah, we want like pickpocket and picklock, search, track, sabotage. Let's go with. We're definitely going to pick both of these. Both of these. Picklock, because that's going to come up more than pickpocket, I think. And then escape artist would be good. Disguise, conceal object, hide an object on your person or in your environment. That could be cool if they need to lift something up, you know. Yeah. But no, pickpocket. Pickpocket's one. Yeah. And then language, no. Okay, intrigue skills. All right, so we're gonna get like almost every intrigue skill. That's awesome. Conceal object. Again, we're going for the like the typical rogue or shadow type character here because that's what they know. But we want to make it when you're playing draw steel, it's just better. So we want to show that off. Search, because they're usually, yeah, search. They could be in some place, and they gotta search around for stuff. You gotta find the thing before you steal it, right? Criminal contacts is cool. I'm not sure if we'll be going into respites. I like slipped lead. You gain an edge on tests made to escape bonds. And given one uninterrupted minute, you can escape any mundane bonds without making a test. Additionally, it's not immediately obvious that you've escaped bonds until you do something that makes it clear you have done so. All right. I like that. Forgettable face is not 100%. Let's go with slipped lead. Yeah. And then another language. So skills. Choose 5 skills. Oh god. Climb, disguise, drive, eavesdrop, empathize, endurance, escape artist would be good. Gymnastics would be good. Intimidate would be good. I'm not sure. Lie would be also good for them. Ride, sabotage, swim, track. I think Sir John already has track. I'm also trying to get a wide spread of all the different skills because there's a lot of skills in the game, and so I want everyone to be able to say, oh no, I have that skill. I can do that, and only that person has that skill. That's kind of what I like. I am using Forge Steel for this, and it is incredible. and it has characters, I believe, up to 4th level, I think. Let's see. 4th, 5th. Oh no, they go all the way up. Nice. They implemented that with yeah, wow. When the book came out a week ago today. Always have an escape plan. I like that. Yeah. Okay. I like escape artist. I like. Let's give her some personality. Let's not. It's not just about the job. I always think of shadows as like I only exist for the job, for the sneaky bit, you know. And I want to give her a little bit of personality. Maybe read person would be good. Let's give her some eavesdrop. She's gonna be She's gotta get a little bit of that. Escape artist, obviously. We have to give her escape artist. Interrogate, intimidate. Oh yeah. The Forged Steel looks to be updated. Yeah. Sorry if you can hear that. That is a fire truck outside of my house right now. I'm not sure if you can hear that. If you can't, then my microphone deserves a raise. Let's see. We still have 2 more of these skills. I want to pick things that they'll 100% use. So let's go with what's she like doing on her off in her off time? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Let's go with lie, or no, let's go with gymnastics, 100%. She needs to be, jumping around and everything. Yeah. And climb. Let's go with climb and gymnastics. She needs to get places. She needs to get into trouble before she can get out of trouble. And I think that's probably it. Yeah, because we're not doing languages, and that's the only thing left. All right, cool. Save changes. So Guilith is done. Look at this. A woad elf, a criminal, a shadow, a College of Black Ash shadow with the cloak and dagger kit. She has 21 stamina, but she's fine. She'll be fine. And now we will go to, where is it? Over here. We'll go to heroes. We'll go to create a hero. And who are we doing next? Who's next? We have Guilith done. Beautiful. She goes over there with John. So we have left to build right now. Yeah, rock climbing. Yeah. We have Corva, the Fury, the Orc Fury. We have Sir Ventalis, who is the Dragon Knight Censor. And then we have Embers, who is a high elf. What is she? Elementalist. Void Elementalist. I do want to build a Censor. I don't know. Furies are also fun. Let's go with the Fury. Let's do it. Corva. And if you read in the Heroes book, the orc story, oh my god, the orc fiction right there is so good. I loved it. It's it just makes you feel for her, and it's such a great it's a great display of not only the orc but also the dwarf. So it's just so good. Oh my god. So We have 3 points to spend on ancestry stuff. I like Bloodfire Rush. The magic coursing through your veins makes you run faster in the heat of battle. The first time in any combat round you take damage, you gain a +2 bonus to speed until the end of the round. Might be something difficult to keep track of. You have stability 1. I like that. Grounded. That's easy. That's easy. Glowing recovery. Yeah. Whenever you take the catch breath maneuver, you can spend as many recoveries as you like. I really like that. I really like that. Nonstop. Probably not. Can't be slowed. Probably not. And then passionate artisan. Might be interesting. I don't know if that will yeah, apply. Just a lot of, I think you get skills. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just during a project roll. Okay. I think probably glowing recovery. That's cool. Culture. Oh boy. Bespoke culture. Okay, let's what's she about? What's she about? Pretty sure her whole tribe was wiped out or something, or is led by someone else now, and something. But let's hear. Let's read. She humiliated her brother, war leader of the Howling, after he made a pact with Ajax. He knew he could not kill a blood runner, so he exiled Corva. Now a woman without a clan, she seeks the means to rid her people of their treacherous leader. Ooh. So I'm guessing it's probably secluded or wilderness. I think when they first meet Corva, it's outside of a forest, I think, or maybe that's something that I just imagined. But yeah, we might do wilderness, not urban, certainly. Secluded, maybe. Rural, nomadic. No, I think it's wilderness or secluded. Let's go wilderness, because we haven't had a wilderness one yet. Communal, not bureaucratic. Yeah, communal. And academic, creative, lawless, labor, martial, noble. Maybe, no, not lawless. Martial, right? She's a martial. And then we'll pick some skills later. Her career was, I think, soldier. Again, we might be getting another soldier in here. Maybe. Let's look. A warden, maybe? You protect a wild region from those who sought to harm it. That'd be cool. Such as poachers and cultists bent on the destruction of the natural world, knowing your land well. Yeah, that's it. Because she was part of an orc tribe. A blood runner? A blood runner is I believe, a type of orc soldier. I know in the monster book there's an orc blood runner. So maybe that's I think they are like the vanguard people. I think I'm not sure. It's definitely an orc monster for sure. I think warden makes sense. I like it. Yeah, none of these ones really make any sense. And we already went with soldier for someone else. I don't think she was part of a military. I think she was just part of a tribe, and she was one of the strongest ones, obviously. She bested her brother. A bunch of skills, a language, and a perk, exploration perk. Camouflage hunter. When you're in the wilderness, once you are hidden from a creature, you don't need cover or concealment to stay hidden from them. I like that. Okay. This is where we gotta do stuff here. Friend catapult. So you grab a willing adjacent ally or object of your size or smaller, then vertically push that target up to a number of squares equal to 0. If the creature you pull falls as a result of this movement, the effective distance of the fall is reduced by a number of squares equal equal to 0, which would normally be something else. When you use this perk, you can't use it again until you earn 1 or more victories. So yeah, I think Friend Catapult would be really, really cool. Yeah, yeah. The Fury throwing one of their allies, probably the Shadow, probably. Skills, and then Inciting Incident, Exiled. Yeah, that does it. That does it. And then class. She is a Fury. So we get Might and Agility, +2 to that. All right. How easily will it be to use Draw Steel in a non-MCDM setting, or is it tightly coupled to Capital, Orden, etc.? I've used Orden as a setting, just as a sort of default. But you know, it's a game. You're all telling a unique story, so it can the rules are not tied directly to that setting. Now, I mean, it's just as tied to any setting as like 5e would be, which is, you know, the setting there. I never bothered with it, so I don't really know it, other than, you know, my time playing Baldur's Gate 3. So it's not that big of a deal. I don't think it's too closely tied to it. I mean, some of these, some of the ancestries, I think, that's the big thing that people see is tied to it. With, you know, some of the ancestries, like dwarves are made of stone or half stone or something like that, and you know, that kind of stuff. But it's all self-explanatory in the character options, so I don't think it's tied too directly to it, really. You could run it in any setting. Well, I guess not any setting, but, you know, any fantasy setting. Okay, so we have Might and Agility as a 2. What are we thinking for the rest of it? She's a confirmed Blood Runner. Yes, yes. Yeah. Toss in the shadow. Okay. I don't think she's a very personable Fury. I think maybe, what are the other ones? We have reason and intuition and presence. So the mental ones, I think she would have a 2 in intuition. So we're gonna go 2 and then 2 in intuition. I think that's probably makes sense. Like she's good. She trusts her gut, and she can think of like an action plan, that kind of thing. Okay. Berserker, you channel your rage into, these are the subclasses. So Berserker, you channel your rage into expressions of physical might, acting as a living version of the forces that reshape the world. Reaver, you channel your rage into instinct and cunning, challenging the false order of civilization. Ooh, that sounds very orcish. And then Stormwight, you channel your rage into the form of animals and primordial storms. That is that. I don't think that's her. I don't know. I don't think we've seen her in battle necessarily. I think maybe at the very end of the Time Raider ancestry. Why did she humiliate her brother? I think in the story he challenged her, and then then she bested him, I believe. She's very in that fiction. She's very sort of reluctant about, or like sort of a reluctant hero almost. So I guess that I would have guessed that he challenged her, and she's not that happy about it. But then again, he also made an alliance with Ajax, so maybe it was her idea. I'm not sure. You channel your rage into instinct and cunning, challenging the false order of civilization. A physical might act. I think Berserker is the one. I like that. Yeah, okay, so you get the nature skill. Cool. Right out of the gate. More skills. We get a signature. Brutal Slam is always fun. Impaled to the death is nice. I want to hear someone yelling that at the table. I want to hear someone yelling to the death at the table. That would be really nice. Or impaled. I mean, all of these, right? But I think it's got to be to the death, right? It's just damage, and then you get 2 surges, and then they can make an opportunity attack against you as a free triggered action. That's pretty cool. It's like reckless assault, yeah. All right. Someone who throws around lightning axes. I'm not sure. I think Blood Runner. To me, it sounds like someone who is the vanguard and someone who is, you know, the first assault. Because orcs have when they're in the heat of battle, they have, you know, this blood fire, as they say, and they get that blood fire rush. And Blood Runner sounds like the first bit, like the opposing side in battle. The Blood Runners are the first ones that see that, you know, lighting up of their veins and everything. Back is always good, pushing people around. Out of the way, your enemies will clear a path, whether they want to or not. Yeah, a berserker who specializes in never letting the enemy have space. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, be in their face all the time. Yeah, that's that's kind of what we're building. Yeah, out of the way, sliding them. No, I think pushing them, sliding them. That's cool. Tide of Death. Your entrails are your extrails, which is it might be the best named ability in the game. You make them bleeding. I like that. I really like that. It's a lot of damage. I mean, it's not as much damage as back, but you do inflict bleeding on them. Yeah, and then while bleeding in this way, the target takes damage equal to 2 at the end of your turns, and I think that 2 scales. Yeah, we'll do your entrails or extrails, and that's only the 3 cost. Can't imagine what the 5 cost would be. Blood for blood is always good. Make peace with your god is it's an amazing one. Anger is an energy. I love it. I love your make peace with your god. Oh my god. You gain 1 surge in the next ability roll you make this turn. Automatically obtains a tier 3 outcome. Dang. Thunder Roar. You push people away. I'm not sure if that's 100% useful, but I mean, if you're on the front lines and you're, you know, pushing them, that's cool. To the Uttermost End is the one that in the in the DELIAN Tomb adventure, that's the one that Darzak has. To the Uttermost End. I'm pretty sure, right? Or Blood for Blood. I don't know. I mix all of them up all the time. To the Uttermost End. Yeah. You deal a bunch of damage, and then while you are winded, this ability deals an extra 1d6 damage for each ferocity spent. While you are dying, it deals an extra 1d10 damage for each ferocity spent. In either case, you lose 1d6 stamina after making the strike. I really like this. Yeah, I think we're going to do To the Uttermost End, because a lot of damage, and that's what we like to see. And then we get to choose a kit. Arcane Archer doesn't make any sense. Battle Mind doesn't make any sense. Cloak and Dagger, no. Dual Wielder, maybe, but I think she just holds an axe. I think she just has an axe. Mountain would be great. Heavy armor, and you get a decent amount of extra stamina, and you deal quite a bit more damage on tier 3. I think that's what it is. And then Pain for Pain. But let's keep going. Panther. I don't know. She wields an axe, so it's got to be a heavy weapon of some kind, not a ranger. Rapid fire, light armor and bow. No net. No. I think it's probably Whirlwind would also be really good. With a whip? No whip. No whip. We go with, where is it? What was the one? Panther could also be quite good because Devastating Rush. And you get stability 1, speed 1. Yeah. Ooh, Panther could be good. Mountain or Panther, I think. Let's go with Mountain, I think. Yeah, you want to get her as much stamina as possible. Okay. And then Complication we're not going to do. And Languages we're not going to do, so skills. What skills should we have? The climb skill would be good. She's got to have the jump skill because that's a thing that Furies have. They can only ever obtain a tier 2 or a tier 3 result on jump tests. They can never get a tier 1. So that could be really cool. Navigate, ride, swim, tailoring. It might be jump. Endurance would also make sense. Yeah. Let's go with jump. Communal. From this one, you get some more skills. I think it will be... Let's go with endurance. And then for martial, you also get stuff. Alertness is always a good skill to have. Intimidate might be a good one, but I think I want to save that for the Censor. Again, I want a nice spread of skills throughout the whole party. A cooking could be a good one, yeah. I'm not sure how well that would suit the adventure that I'm gonna run. Intimidate could be good. Let's go with let's go with alertness actually. Because alertness is good no matter which class you have. Navigate, heal, gymnastics, drive, climb. Let's go with gymnastics. We get an intrigue skill. The party chef. Someone needs to be the party chef. Yeah, someone does need to be the party chef. If we had a troubadour in there, I think maybe, yeah. For food poisoning. Sabotage, sneak, track. Hide would be pretty good for someone, for someone who lived in the woods like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. And then I get two more skills, exploration and intrigue skills. Out of all of these, I don't think we have someone with search. Maybe Guilith had search. Let's go with let's go with climb. Climb and ride. Yeah. And then all we have left is just languages. Corva. There we go. Save the changes there. There she is. A Berserker Fury with the Mountain Kit. Yeah, I figured you were kidding for roll for food poisoning. Maybe I'll work that into the adventure though. She has 30 stamina. She looks pretty good for this. She has wealth 1, interesting. Stability 3, so there's no knocking around. That's at first level. Jesus Christ, that's quite a bit of stability. Wow. So we have Embers or Sir Ventalis left. Oh, the exile complication. Hold on. There's a complication with exile. Ooh, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Oh, that's cool. And then she knows another language. That's really, really cool. Yeah. Yeah. I want to do something really cool with the with how we do languages in this adventure. I want to have a bunch of different creatures in it. So that's what I want to do with this adventure specifically, so that people can call out and say, "Hey, I know this language," because there are a bunch of different languages that you can actually learn. All right, yeah. Now we will go to my other heroes, and I will create another one. 2 more. 2 left. 2 left. Okay, I've been streaming for about an hour and a half. Not bad, not bad. So we have either Embers, the Void Elementalist, or Sir Ventalis, the Censor. I think Embers. Let's go with the Void Elementalist. She looks like this. Beautiful heart. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. And her full name, Embers, is not Embers. Is a mist curls around dying embers. Yeah. I gotta get that name right. And she is a high elf. Very different from woad elves. Let's read about her. How much of a backlash does the void kick with? I don't know. I don't know. She teleports people around. Once the mistress of the Tower of Translation, Embers joined the fight against Ajax, serving as field mage under the command of Sir John. Now she and John seek other ways to continue the fight. So she was once a mage of the what is it, Tower of Translation? All right. That sounds very fantasy to me. Yeah. Okay, so we get a lot of the same ones as the woad elves, because they're very similar but also very, very different. She was an army mage, yeah, probably. High senses. Your senses are keen. You get an edge on tests made to notice threats. That could be useful. She can't be dazed. Accessing memories is as easy as living in the present for you. You gain an edge on tests made to recall lore. Okay, I like that, because I think between there's Sir John and her are probably the closest of the two. The whole book is about her. Both of the pair of them constantly trying to recruit more people. All those ancestry entries there. So she's kind of the she's the one who can know things. There's a bit in the end with the Time Raider one where she's like, I don't know from personal experience, but I know this about Time Raiders, you know. So maybe this. I like that. And Graceful Retreat. She has a +1 to disengage. Yeah, a tight-fitting a cog for Sir John. Yeah. Graceful Retreat, Otherworldly Grace. Yeah. Oh yeah. Revisiting memory, and then we get one more. We get high senses. All right. Age on test to notice threats. They know something of each other. Yeah. I would imagine they would. Yeah. No language. What? Okay. So she was, in the Tower of Translation. I imagine, I don't know what the Tower of Translation is at all, but maybe they were, maybe she was like tucked away. I'm thinking maybe secluded in that. That could be cool. Yeah. And bureaucratic sounds right. And academic. Out of all of these, either noble or academic. What was she? What's her title? The High Mage. Once the mistress of the Tower of Translation. Oh, okay. So she was a sort of leader. Yeah, okay. A noble. Yeah, let's make her a noble. Why not? It's secluded. Is that 100% right? That might be right. Yeah. And then bureaucratic. Yeah. And then skills over there. We're not doing that yet. Where is Mage's Apprentice? Sounds the best so far. Looking through all these, Politician also sounds really good, but or maybe Sage. Yeah. Sage sounds probably the best because she's not necessarily a politician. Yeah. If Void is more based on teleports, which is, yeah, it definitely is. Translation probably means from one place to another. Yeah, probably. Let's go Sage, and then a perk, a lore perk. Oh boy. But I know who does, which is always a good one. That's come up a few times in our games. I think in Rat Bastards, HK was playing a Censor, I think, and was like, and he didn't know something, and then but he's like, oh no, I know who does, and that's basically what this is. Edict of Memory. Your mind is an encyclopedia, definitely on brand for her, though not always an easy one to organize. Whenever you finish a respite, choose one skill from the lore skill group that you don't have. You have that skill until you finish your next respite. Additionally, if you spend one interrupted minute or more reading any page of text, you can memorize its contents, allowing you to memorize entire books with sufficient time. I like that. Yeah, that's probably going to be Edict of Memory. Crafting research project. I don't know how much we're going to get into all that stuff. I've read about this place. I like this. Yes, this. I love how most of these are like, hey, what do I have? If you're looking through your character sheet, hello, John Denor of Goblin Points. Hello there. I like how most of these are like, you're looking through your character sheet to see, okay, do I have anything? I've read about this place, and you can read it off of your character sheet, and it presents at the table as well. I really like that. Linguist also is good for a bunch of different language. Polymath. Whenever you make a test to recall lore, you don't have a skill that applies to the test. You gain a +1 bonus to the power roll. Okay, maybe. Specialist. You are a leading expert on a particular subject. Might be magic or something. Yeah, maybe. Okay. And then Traveling Sage. On any day when you don't take a respite, you can spend one uninterrupted hour working on a research project. I don't think we'll be doing that. I don't think we're gonna get into like respites and all of that in this adventure right out of the gate. How to make mail routes faster. Yeah, maybe that's what she was. Maybe that's what she's part of the mail office or mail. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think I've read about this place or Edict of Memory. Ooh, I've read about this place. It is more actionable, I think. Yeah. I've read about this place. Makes sense for like an intro adventure. Inciting incident. Right. You were always content to live a peaceful life in your library until you found that one book. Ooh. They didn't spend time. Yeah, they're learning about heroes. Always reading about that. Lost library. That'd be cool. We definitely need to know a little bit more about the Tower translation. Yeah, we do. Cure the curse. I don't know. We don't know much about her. She's very stone-faced. She's very oh, I don't know if stone-faced is the right term. She's very she speaks with purpose and not very often. So I think that's at least the vibe that I get from her. So I think we don't really have a good idea of her personality, really, and her backstory. So I don't really know the inciting incident. We can figure that out later. She's an elementalist, though. So we get a +2 in reason. And we get to choose where we put the other ones. If we have intuition... if we have intuition and might, agility, we definitely want a 2 in agility at least. I don't know if she's physically strong, but she can, you know, she's fast. I think yeah, let's go 2 2 -1 -1, and I think we might go intuition. Yeah. Intuition and agility, too. Elementalist specialization is void. She is a teleporty one. And you get an enchantment as an elementalist. I believe you do get the same thing with a talent. These are the final iteration of the caster kits. Enchantment of battle. Wear light armor. Okay, so you get a +1 to damage bonuses when you wield the weapon. Okay, so that's basically like a kit, essentially. You get a bonus to speed in the distance. You can shift while you take the disengage move action. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Get her out of trouble. Enchantment of destruction. You gain a bonus to damage to roll damage with magic abilities. Nice. Enchantment of distance. You get a +2 bonus to your ranged magic abilities, which would be very, very good. I think enchantment of distance. We'll give her a little bit more distance. And then this is the elemental ward, which is basically most of the time it's like free triggered actions, something that happens when enemies damage you. The ward of delightful consequences. Oh no, not delightful for the director. A protective field of void magic absorbs violence aimed at you, then lets you hurl it back at your enemies. The first time each round that you take damage, you gain 1 surge. Ooh, that could be cool. Ward of excellent protection. The protective shield you weave around yourself is made of all the elements to channel their full protective power. I'm not sure what the benefit is. I'm not sure that's completely written in, right? What does that do? What does that do? Yeah, it doesn't say. It doesn't say here. Ward of nature's affection. You store green energy within your body that allows you to produce powerful vines when you're in danger. Ooh, I like that. You slide the attack creature up to a number of squares equal to 2. That's cool. That's cool. Whenever they damage you, you just slide them around. I know a player has used this before. And then Ward of Surprising Reactivity. An adjacent creature damages you. You push that creature up to a number of squares equal to 4, which would be twice your reason, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. Pushing them. 2 signature abilities. Afflict a Bountiful Decay. Some corruption damage. And you choose yourself for 1 ally. Yep, okay. So you can end an effect. I like that. Bifurcated Incineration. Just some fire damage, but 2 people. Grasp of Beyond. Ooh, I like this. You can teleport up to a number of squares equal to 2. I like that. I like that. This is probably the one we're gonna go with, just because you want to teleport. I want to show off the Void Elementalist as the teleporty one. Okay. You slide a creature within 10 squares, a meteoric introduction, just damage and then pushing. Ray of Agonizing Self-Reflection is corruption damage and slowed. Unquiet Ground. The ground beneath the area becomes difficult terrain for enemies. And it's a cube 2. That's cool. And then Vicious Fire, more fire damage. I think it's got to be a Grasp of Beyond. Have them teleporting all over the place. And then we get another one. So we will probably go with a Meteoric Introduction is always good. It's a great ability name. So I think we'll go with that. Unless there was another one that was Voidy. Yeah, here's Void. Grasp of Beyond. Ooh. You can teleport up to another. I think we already picked this. Yeah, we picked that one. Yeah. Stop it. Ray of Agonizing Self-Reflection. You inflict pain and doubt in equal measure. Slowed is good. Yeah, let's go with slowed. We get a 3 cost. Essence, yeah. Behold the Mystery. Psychic damage. You open a rift into the void to harry your foes. That's amazing. They can persist, these ones. That's very cool. Flesh, a crucible. Fire damage. I'm pretty sure that John here has used that many times on many a goblin and undead. Invigorating growth. Poison damage. And they, yeah. Gain a surge, I think, whenever you attack them. And then ripples in the earth. We want to do the void stuff. We want to do the void stuff. Yeah, behold the mystery. And a 5 cost. Conflagration. This is the one that John's used as Ild in yeah, Toasty is right. Instantaneous evacuation is void. That's got to be. Oh no, that's the holes. The target falls into the hole. Oh my god. Yep, that's the mole right there. That's their bread and butter. No more than a breeze is void. Self or 1 ally can move through solid matter. I'm not sure if that's really gonna come up too much. Yeah. We want to do something with damage. No more than a breeze. No. I mean, instantaneous evacuation is really fun. And so there's your evil. I can hear your evil laugh from all the way over here in America, John. It's terrifying. It rings out in my head whenever I'm trying to sleep. Instantaneous evacuation. That's the one. Just let her make some holes in the earth. Complication. We're not going to do, and languages we're not going to do right now, but we're going to do some skills. Culture, I think. Yeah. We want interrogate, intimidate. We don't have intimidate yet. I think that's probably going to be for the censor, though. Interrogate would be good. Interrogate and intimidate are definitely the censor stuff. Music, perform, persuade. Maybe persuade. She doesn't have a. She only has a 1 or a -1 in presence, so maybe not. Sneak, track, sabotage, track. Let's go with track. And then from being a noble, she has. Let's go with empathize. I don't know if anyone else has empathize. And then lore skills, 2 lore skills. So maybe nature or psionics. Rumors, strategy, timescape. Timescape definitely. Yeah, right. She's of the void, right? Religion, rumors, society, strategy. Society would make sense. Any of these would make sense. Nature, I think. And then a language. We're not going to do languages right now. And then more skills here. We gain 3 crafting and lore skills. We do have to have someone. We have the party chef, so we might do cooking. Mechanics, monsters. We want to do all the lore skills. We want to do all of them. So, but rumors is good. Rumors is good, and mechanics, monsters would also be good. Yeah. And then what else? What else? We already have history with Sir John. I'm thinking society. We haven't already picked those, right? No, we haven't, because Fort Steel knows. So, okay, we're done. We are done with Embers. A mist curls around dying embers. She doesn't have a lot of stamina. She only has 18 stamina. Yikes. But she's a void elementalist, sage, high elf. And so that means we only have 1 more. And we're saving, in my opinion, the best for last. Because a censor. The censor is a very fun class. So we're going with Sir Ventalis. And I'm going to need to look at this to spell it, to be honest with you. Ventalis. There we go. Dragon Knight. Choose. We have 1 option. Oh, right. Wormplate. Yes, we get some kind of damage immunity. +1 per level. I'm gonna figure that out later for the adventure. Draconian Guard. You are a creature adjacent to you takes damage from a strike. You reduce the damage from the strike equal to an amount equal to 1. I want the wing one. Where's the dragon breath is obviously what we need, right? But we also need wings. Wings is at the bottom. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you probably can't see that. You possess wings powerful enough to take you airborne. While you're using your wings to fly, you can stay aloft for a number of rounds equal to your might, minimum of 1 round before you fall prone. While using your wings to fly at first, second, and third level, you have damage weakness 5. I also like the remember your oath. It's very cool. As a maneuver, you can recite the following oath until the start of your next turn. Whenever you make a saving throw, you succeed on a 4 or higher. It's kind of like it's literally like a Hail Mary. I like that. And then a bunch of different immunities here with different scales. And Dragon Breath is cool. Dragon Breath and remember your oath, maybe? Yeah. What else? Burst 1, Draconic Pride, a Mighty Roar. That's always cool. Oh my god. They're all cool. Let's go Draconic Pride, and then remember your oath. Yeah, that's cool. Culture. So he was definitely urban in a city, and bureaucratic. What do you call it? I think bureaucratic would make sense. Upbringing could be martial. Well, no, he's a censor, so he is of a knightly order. So yeah, no, I guess martial would make sense. And then you get skills over here. We'll get to later. Career. Ooh, watch officer. You served as an officer of the law, the local government. Yeah, that makes sense. You might have a single person in a much larger city, or a constable patrolling a small village. He's Dragon Knights, and especially Sir Ventalis were the they were the like the I guess the watch officers of good King Omund before Ajax came into power, and so I think maybe watch officer would make sense. Disciple, no, that would make sense. I think that's probably the one that would make sense. Either that or soldier. We already have a soldier, so I think maybe watch officer. Let's see. Get an exploration perk. And then here we go. Yeah, you catch a falling ally at the last possible moment, because we have friend catapult, and then I've got you. So the Fury can throw the shadow, and then the Censor can catch them. I really like that. Yeah, you catch an ally. You catch your ally. Neither of you takes damage from the fall. I like that. Yeah, it's got to be that. Language we're not doing. All right. Class. Censor. So we get might and presence as a 2. What else do we want? Do we want intuition as a 2 or agility? I think he's a 100 actually. Yeah, 100. Agility or intuition 1 and then 0 for those other 2. Yeah. Okay, which subclass? Exorcist, Oracle, or Paragon? Exorcist, you special in hunting your order's hidden enemies, knowing that an open mind is an unguarded fortress. You have the read person skill. Oracle, corruption has deep tendrils that can be missed, leading you to specialize in uncovering clandestine threats to your order. You have the magic skill. Paragon, without a strong example in a firm hand, the weak will be corrupted. You specialize in setting an example for your order. You have the lead skill. I think read person. I think this is probably the face of the party. Interpersonal lore skills. Okay, yeah, here we go. We're going to go with interrogate and intimidate, 100%. Oh, we're going to save the skills for later, but I'll just pick them right out of the gate because we know we're doing these. Oh, this is lore skill. All right. Oh, we'll save that for later. Domain. So, creation, death, fate, knowledge, life, love, nature, protection, storm, sun, trickery, war. I think it's got to be protection. I think, yeah, you are, yeah, for sure. That's kind of what the Dragon Knights were all about. Oh, okay, we do get a kit with a censor. Nice. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Martial artist, mountain would also be good. Raider, ranger, rapid fire. What are we doing? Shining armor would be really good. Shining armor would be really good. So the censor, when they're the other healer class, and so when they heal people, they make their allies spend their own recoveries, the censor's recoveries, and so having a massive bonus, like a plus 12 bonus to your stamina, is very helpful with that. So we might be going with that. We're going with that. Swashbuckler, sword and board would also make sense. Warrior priest. Oh, that would make so much sense. With holy damage with weakening brand. Yeah, it might be it. And whirlwind. No, I think it's got to be either warrior priest or what was it? Mountain shining armor. Yeah. And taunted. Yeah, come over and hit me. That's a good one. Let's go with shining armor. There we go. Okay, cool. Choose an ability. Back blasphemer is good. Every step death. This is holy damage. I like that. Psychic damage. You show your foe a glimpse of their fate after death. Halt miscreant is more holy damage. I feel like we need to, you know. I like your allies cannot save you. It's such a great ability. Oh my god, I love it. I think we got to do it. Each enemy adjacent to the target is pushed away from the target up to a number of scales, or it's a number of squares equal to 2. That'd be fun. That's fun. Push them away. Your allies cannot save them. Cannot save you. You need to isolate an enemy. Use that one. Behold, a shield of faith. Until the start of your next turn, enemies have a bane on ability rolls made against you. Crowd control specialist. Yeah, maybe. Driving assault, push, yeah, a lot of moving around. That'd be amazing, yeah. Melee one, yeah, push, or this one's ranged. You can make them dazed. No, I think this one, driving assault, or the gods punish and defend. Yeah, you can spend a recovery to allow yourself or one ally within 10 squares to regain stamina equal to 11, which would be our recovery value. The gods punish and defend, I think, is very on brand. But what does it do? What is the gods punish and defend? Just deals damage. But you could do, if we want to do like crowd control, pushing someone, dazing someone. I think pushing. I think driving assault. You can shift up to 5 squares in a straight line toward the target after pushing them. That's cool. Yeah. A 5 cost, arrest. You grab them and deal damage. Behold the face of injustice. They're frightened of you. That could be cool. And it's melee or ranged. Censored. Oh, I like this. When a target who is not a leader or solo creature is made winded by this ability, they are reduced to 0 stamina. Censored. Purifying fire. While the fire has the target has fire weakness with ability, you could choose to instead deal holy damage. I think censored is probably better, because it's just like that one's dead. Doesn't matter how much stamina they have. I like that. All right. And then we have, what else do we have? Oh, that's For the adventure specifically, let's do more skills. So this is the interrogator. This is the face of the party. I think I'm gonna sort of curate the complications a little bit later so that they're not too complicated. But I don't know if that's really worth it to do here. I think the censor is the interrogator, is the one who's going to, if there's information they need to know about, like a goblin or whatever they're fighting, we're gonna find out, and they're gonna get it out of them. So intimidate, certainly, and another one from here. All right. But they don't lie. That's the thing. I don't think that they lie. Persuade, yeah. And then we get crafting and exploration, I think, and lore. Maybe blacksmithing. You never know when that's going to come up. Yeah, sure. The church knows of this foe. Yes. Conceal object, disguise, eavesdrop, escape artist, hide, pick lock, pickpocket, sabotage, search, sneak, track. I think maybe. What sounds like a censor? What sounds like a you know, a proper knight? That isn't something we've already picked for one of the other characters. Probably. I mean, escape artist could be cool. Yeah. And another one. All right. I think track would be cool. Languages. We're not gonna pick those, and we still have one more skill. One more skill. Oh, it's an interpersonal or lore. Nice. I like. Oh, religion would be good. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, religion. Okay. Oh, and we have one more exploration skill. Cool. Okay, they are the healer, so I think heal would make sense. But let's look at the other ones. Navigate, ride, swim, lift, jump. I think heal. Yeah, heal. I think that's done. I think we might be done. Yeah, I think we might be done. All right, 2 hours. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, and then languages will be done with. Okay, details. Serve Ventalis. All right. Well, yeah, we are. So you're hoping, beyond hope, that they don't split the party. Always. I'm always hoping that they do split the party, of course, because then I might be able to, you know, down a few of them. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the stream, everyone. We've done what we set out to do. We created the first level party of 5 heroes. And I'm literally just going to go to the table and just say, which one of these do you want? And then you get your dice right there and your character sheet and maybe a little blurb about like who they were. But yeah, that is that's the stream. Hope you all enjoyed it. I think I want to do more of these more often. It's fun. It's fun, especially for like creating characters and whatnot. So yeah. So tomorrow is the summoner, the last summoner video. It's the demon summoner. So that one's a lot of fun, and yeah, a lot of fun. And then next Wednesday is the next DELIAN Tomb video. So be on the lookout for all that stuff. But until then, I'll catch y'all on the next one.